Welcome to Model Horse Tack School. My name is Carrie. Today, jump rings. So, jump ring sizes that I use the most: a 9-10, a 7-8, a 7 or an 8. This is a 10. I can use it as a 9. I can use a 7 or an 8, at 3mm. And I use these instead of D rings on a lot of projects. So it's good to have some small ones. If that's too small for you, you can do a 4. But those are my most common ones. Okay. Now, as far as finding them, sometimes you cannot find what you're looking for. And so let's say I needed 4 of these that I don't have them. So what you would need to do, if you're that desperate and you can't find them anywhere, is make one. And in order to do that, you're going to need, these are calipers. So this says it's a 10. I hope you guys can see that there. It's going to be hard. I don't have a microscope yet, which I may have to invest in. So basically what that is, it's the outside diameter, and then the wire itself is 1mm, and that's what makes the 10. So the core is 8mm, and I need to find something consistent all the way through that's 8mm, and it happens to be this stylus, which is it's a paper ball stylus. It's what I have, and it can be anything. I really prefer to use metal because I think the metal survives better than the wood and the plastic. That's my personal preference. Okay, so now let's talk about wire. And I have this wire. You need something strong and about 1mm in thickness. And so this is 1mm exactly in thickness. That's good. And it's not real bendy, because if it's too bendy, it's not going to hold its shape. So let's compare that to this. This is really bendy. Let me look. Really easy to bend. It would never hold its shape as a jump ring. There's a lot of other things I can do with this craft wire, but make jump rings, not it. And it's really not even the diameter. I mean, let's see, there's some copper here. This copper is about 1mm, but it's also really very bendy. See that? So that copper isn't going to work. So I had to go and buy this 19 gauge galvanized because it's not super bendy. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not as good as what they use for these, if only. But it's really hard with this wire to wrap it around something. So you don't really want it to be that hard, you know, because they have machines to do it and we don't. So it's got to be something. It's got to be a happy medium. So let's see. I can make as many jump rings as I want to make turns for. So we get this started. Like I said, this is already not very bendy. So let's get them started. And then, I'm going to get my... And we're going to find a way to turn this around the dowel. I wish I had a pair of flats like this with teeth. Oh, well, it did have, no, it has no teeth. That's why it won't grip. But it's alright. We will make do. Once you get it started, just keep it going. You kind of see why I'm saying metal would be better. You get an inexpensive dowel that's 8mm to make your 10. And that's where it's good to have the calipers that I have, is I can take it to the store and go, okay, this dowel will work. I haven't had to do that in a while, so, because I usually just find something at home. All right, so there we go. We're just going to make a few. So go ahead and use my really good, these are good wire cutters. They're very sharp, and I only use them when I'm doing stuff like this. Try and keep them sharp. All right, let's see if we can get that to lay flat. And if we're lucky, yeah, it comes right off. Awesome, right? Get those out of the way. Sorry about bumping things, okay? So next thing is to use these to snip. Yeah, oh there it is. Where'd it go? It's still on the tool. Snip. 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 And on this last one, that piece is a little long, so I'll just go snip. There you go. It's me made and factory made. Now, a couple things. See how they have it's really smooth? Like you see, because of the tool I used, it's pointy. You could use a hacksaw and try and cut the whole thing with a hacksaw blade to avoid that. Or you could just get a file. Let me find my file. Just get a file and file the point down. And then, stopping up so far high. Alright. And then I take you guys have probably seen me do this before, and I could close it up. And there. Factory made, me made. And let's see. Let's file off the point a little bit. These are jeweler files. There we go. There's another one. That one looks fine as it is. This one looks good. So it looks like this is the only other one I really need to draw some attention to. There we go. We could use a little more work, but I think I overworked it. I know it's not as round as it could be. Happens. That's alright. There you go. Factory made, and the rest of these me made. And that's how you make your own jump rings.